Hey everybody, how is it going? Welcome back to another hashtag Lockboss show and giveaway. We have a good storyline for you today, as well as, of course, we're going to be announcing this week's 5 Lockboss winners. So this gentleman sitting to my right is Chris. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's always a pleasure. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. So for those of you who do not know, if you're new, this is Chris. He is the owner. Well, guess go and tell us the couple of businesses you have.
So I have a local locksmith business, River City Locksmith, located up here in the Pacific Northwest. And I also have a fundamentally locksmith-derived apparel, novelty, everything about locksmithing. That's called Lockjaw Manufacturing. And both of them keep me very busy. So, these bags did not develop overnight. It took a while to get there underneath the eyes, and I'm very happy to do it.
Very good. Good stuff. So now if someone did want to check out, though, your Lockjaw stuff, where would they go? So
you can find us on Instagram. Obviously, the name is going to be Lockjaw MFG, or you can visit us online at www.lockjawmfg.com.
There we go, man. Hey, we have to get a little Lockjaw shilling in. All right.
Hey, plug that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do it for everybody, but I'll do it for you. All right. But so everybody, of course, we're drinking Topo Chico. Cheers. And I tell you what, we have quite the story for you tonight. So without further ado, let's go and get going. All right, so let's go to the post of the week here. All right, this one is sent in from Upgrade Guy Locks. Looks like he sent this is his order he actually got, and he says we blew him away with our speed. Well, hey, we definitely try to get every order out that gets placed before 3 p.m., but it looks like probably FedEx did their magic on that. But thank you for sending it in. Really do appreciate that. Let's see what we got next here. All right, next we got from Edward M. So it looks like Edward M. Signed up and became a MX13 dealer, and looks like that's one of his orders there. You can see the Lockboss hat in the background. We got a couple boxes of keys and a bunch of cylinders and a big bro, the mat underneath there. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Well,
MX is good stuff, man. That stuff's really nice.
It is.
It's a great alternative to having like a Medico system. You can use your Schlage pins.
Yep.
It's super easy to work with.
It is. Something I need to check. We finally got the Schlage blue punches back in stock, and I've been meaning to. It's been hard to for me to check and see if you can actually punch our MX13 with that blue punch.
I've heard people say yes and some people say no. They've also had similar issues like with certain Primuses and Everest keys. Some people have originated on the SC punch, and then they'll transfer it to a cutting machine and put it on there for MX. So I guess it really depends how hard you want to try.
Yeah, well, I think since each MX keyway is different. Like my theory is that when we put one in, some are either going to sit right, and some aren't.
That's true.
And so I need to find out. I'm going to find out. And it looks like we got, who is that? Lock Mechanic says MX13 sounds like a cartel.
Kind of is. I mean, you're in it for life, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
You get your money in there and you're stuck with it.
Yep. Exactly. But Edward, hey, thanks for sending that picture in. That's very cool. Definitely welcome. And here coming up soon, we're going to have something special for all of our MX13 dealers. So stay tuned for that. All right. Comment of the week. Let's see what we're cooking with here. All right. Excuse me for leaning in here so I can read it. But it says, Pouncerman said, great vids as always. I have a question. Maybe you can make a video on it. When you program in a key to a car, does it get locked, meaning you can't reprogram the key? Can you reprogram it to the same car? Some transponders get locked or unlocked, and I'm not too clear what that means per se. That is an absolutely great question. And kind of like when I would ask one of my ex-girlfriends in high school, like if we were going to stay together, and she pretty much said it's complicated.
How'd that go for you?
Not well, right? But it's complicated. And what I mean by that is, I talk a lot about, and Chris, feel free to chime in here.
Oh,
but,
yeah, of course.
I talk a lot about how stuff can be like more true than untrue. And this is one of those cases where some, depending on the vehicle, some can be redone to a completely different vehicle. They're reusable.
Some manufacturers are reliably going to allow for that. Like if you take your H92s, I can take it from a 2005 to a 2015, no problem.
Yeah.
Then there's some manufacturers that will not allow that. If it's a prox, if it's a push start. So who made it? You got your super chips. There's a million ways it can go. So
yes.
The answer, I guess, is maybe.
Maybe, and that one might be kind of a fun video to kind of like, I've done all the different, transponder videos, but it might be fun just to like.
That's a lot of research to get all those pieces of information down.
Yeah, and like turn it into a PDF.
Yeah.
Because some of them it's like, well, yes,
if you bought it from this manufacturer, OEM will, yes, and aftermarket won't. Which aftermarket won't do this? Does it have this kind of board?
Yeah, now that it's one of those, it's like a rabbit hole where it's like, okay, how can we take enough information out to be accurate, but also realizing that you have to leave some parts out, which is why a lot of times in the videos, when I do a transponder key, I don't mention it. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably better to be said. Sorry.
And the reason I don't is because it depends. And so, yeah.
It's never like a car has ever had a problem programming a key. So there's some cars that are going to be no problem. You get some cars, like I did a 99 Mustang or a 99 Ranger. One of those very few older Fords that actually required it. There's always a problem with those older vehicles, and not to say that the keys may not work with another version of it. It goes back and forth. There's just really no solid answer.
There really is. Yes, and depending on your technical expertise and equipment, you can unlock them.
Yes, you can.
Right?
There are chips that can, or is it clonable? If it's clonable, yes, you can move to a different key. And
yes,
there's 1,000 ways to do it.
There is, right? And so, so I hope that kind of helps. I know it's probably not the answer you're looking for, but that's kind of the reason why, like my ex-girlfriends used to say, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Right. The only difference is you still have a chance to do it. I didn't. Right. No. I'm just playing.
You obviously haven't gotten over it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Many years ago, but if my wife's watching, she's like, "What are you talking about, man?" Right. But that's what makes it fun.
I sent a link to mine. I'm kind of regretting that now. So
yeah. All right. So, Chris, it's time to kind of get into a fun story here for a few minutes. So,
story time. Yeah.
So now, did you like the title I came up with?
I did. I liked that. I saw that on Instagram too. I was like, that's spot on.
Yeah. It took me a while to come up with something fun, but the title was, if you get into a crash, don't let it wreck your business.
Obviously, as a dad, and you as a dad, we can thoroughly enjoy puns. It's inherited at a certain point.
It is. It really is. So you got into a accident, and do you want to tell the story first, or do you want me to show the pictures first?
I was going to show the pictures first, because pictures are worth 1,000 words.
They are. Okay, so let me get this pulled up here. And I'm going to go through and we'll show you the pictures, and then you'll hear the story. So, Chris, this is the vehicle.
That is the vehicle that hit me. That is a 2014 Chevy Sonic. And if you're familiar with a Chevy Sonic, it's about 99% plastic. So don't think that this vehicle received a lot of damage. It just pretty much crumpled like it was supposed to. And no one was hurt except for me, probably. Time will tell. That's what chiropractors are for. But at the same time, that was the driver's vehicle. They ran a red light. They were probably on their cell phone. Who am I to decide? I feel bad because that is obviously what they have to, try and get home with now.
Yeah, as Lock Mechanic says, just put some dirt on it; it'll buff out.
Oh yeah, easy,
right?
Real easy.
When you sent me these pictures, I mean, I was like, this one, like you sent them to me, like immediately this one came to my eyes.
This is a very deceiving picture.
It really is. And
the next one.
And like, sincerely, I was like, I kind of stopped and I was like, okay, Chris is sending these to me
so that dead or something.
He must be okay. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Because when you look at that picture, it's like, oh my gosh, something bad happened.
Yeah, well, someone did, just not for me entirely.
Yes. So is the other person okay?
Yeah, the other person was fine. Airbags went off, obviously. They got out. Everyone, it was a pretty slow area. I think 30, 35 is what they were doing. But everyone lived.
Okay, cool. That's good. Next up, the white gorilla there.
This is, so you would think that it's a horrible piece of damage, and there's a lot more under the surface. But luckily, I caught them out of the corner of my eye as I was going through my intersection on my green light, and they were kind of blowing through the red light. I caught them out of the corner of my eye, and I hit the gas, because if I didn't, that would have been the side right there by the driver's door. So they essentially turned my rear axle into a giant spring, and it just kind of spun me through the intersection like a pinball. So I was able to drive home, albeit not at the same speed I would normally have liked. But I did limp it home. And that kind of goes to tell you the difference between a full service, E250 versus a plastic hatchback car. One of them's going to walk away. And obviously it wasn't them.
So here, let me toggle between these here for a second, because when you see this, okay,
yeah,
you're not expecting to see that.
My insurance adjuster did not believe me when I called them. I said, look, I called them the next morning. I said, here's the situation. Here's the pictures. And they said, okay, but what part of the car got hit? I was like, this is the part that got hit. They said, no. We need to see the part they got struck by. This is it. This is what happened. So it was a little unbelievable, but there's definitely some transition with the rear axle, and I needed brake lines, and there's definitely stuff needs to be done that's not on the surface there. You're not going to see.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of view this picture as like, someone like they'll get into an accident and they'll like the steering wheel will hit them, and they look fine from the outside, like maybe a little, but they have internal bleeding going on.
Right.
And that kind of seems like that's what's happening to your van here.
Kind of. Well,
right?
Did I send you the inside pictures?
Yes, I got those coming.
Cool.
I got those coming. So let's just toggle one more time, okay? Because it's so unbelievable to me.
Very night and day.
There's the vehicle that hit him. The person driving is okay. That's the damage it left. That's crazy.
I love that. That's why it's the vanilla gorilla. It just took that hit and it just kept moving.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. I mean, from this picture, it looks like a tank.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
I mean, it's a tank. So let's look at the inside now. Here we go. All right, look at these two pictures here. So as you can see, you got shaked.
Yeah, it tossed the interior of my van like a salad. Essentially is what happened to it. Luckily, all my equipment was there to absorb the impact. So that's good.
Yes.
So it definitely took me about 2 days to kind of get everything cleaned up. Took a million pictures for insurance. I had some equipment. You see my lovely Schlag punch right there on the ground, right there on its side.
I know. It's so sad looking, isn't it?
And it still works though, because hey, it's a solid piece.
As in a bet, I was like, man, that thing. I mean, you could use that as like the base of a jack to jack your truck up, and it still work.
That'd be a good video.
That would actually. But yeah, wow.
It probably hurts a few locksmiths out there to see this video, or these pictures.
All right, we're back. There we go. Yeah, so you got stuff. I mean,
everything's got kind of turned over. I lost a few bins up on the top over there.
Yep.
And if you've ever been in a vehicle full of small metal key blanks gets hit, they were all over the floor. I was finding boxes overturned, 250 KW1 pack on the ground, just pretty much dumped upside down. I'm still trying to figure out if there's any major damage to anything, but I think I will recover as far as the equipment and supplies and stuff goes.
Okay. So someone asked, where did I see that? Oh, B. Strickler says, did the pinning kit explode everywhere?
No, the pinning kit did not, because I was smart and I actually bolted it down to a tool chest, which is bolted down to the cabinets, which is bolted down to the frame. So the pinning kit received no damage at all.
And you had it latched, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It only takes you one time to make that mistake. You never do it again.
That is the truth, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is the truth. Man, wow.
Yeah, it was a little hectic. The next day I was very adamant about, taking inventory, seeing what was broken. The only actual major equipment that is going to probably take a while to get back is I have a Kronos EPG electric pick gun. It comes from Germany. And so you can't just get it overnighted. So that's the one thing. It just stopped working. So that's really, I think, the main thing that is going to probably need to be replaced.
Okay. So let's, that's crazy, Chris. First of all, thanks for coming on and talking about this and sharing those pictures, because this is the deal. If you have any sort of mobile business, right, which essentially every locksmithing business
whether
is.
You're a drywall, a painter, electrician, a plumber, whatever,
This really brings us to a really sobering point here, okay? And that is, when this happens, you at least temporarily don't have a lock van.
Yeah.
Right?
If you're a strictly mobile person like I am, you can't just say, hey, come to the shop. That's just not going to happen because there is no shop. But it's important to know a couple terms. If this has all been very eye-opening for me, because I'm unfortunately a good driver. I don't have any speeding tickets in like 20 years, nothing. I have nothing on my record. So when I'm going through the process of doing insurance, and obviously it was, I was not at fault for anything. There's a lot of doors that opened up for you, including the most important one, which is loss of use. So if you get into an accident and you are, hey, my Toyota Corolla, I can't use it because it's going to be in the shop right now, they'll just give you another Toyota Corolla. You cannot rent a fully stocked and serviceable locksmith van, because an insurance company or a rental company is not going to say, yeah, go and take our 2022 van and gut it, run the wiring, put cabinets, put benches and stuff. They don't want that. So loss of use is a term I'm finding out that insurance will pretty much have to take care of my business until I'm back on the road, which is good and bad, because I got stuff I need to take care of at home. But at the same time, you don't want to tell your important clients, hey, sorry, I can't help you because parts are on back order, body shop's on a delay right now. So you're looking at about 2 to 3 months, which sucks. But at the same time, it's the beginning of summer, so take some vacations. I don't take it easy.
Yeah. Okay. So can we unpack this a little bit?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you through your insurance. Now, of course, this is not financial advice. Okay. Right. So go ahead and contact your existing or different insurance agent, whatever that might be. So on your policy, you had this.
So the opposite person's policy will have to cover everything because it's their fault. Right. Yeah. Yes. Their fault. So one of the things you can request is a loss of use, meaning that they'll take your taxes from the last several years divided by 365. And that's what they pay you every single day until your business is back up.
So is what I'm hearing is that because you had this piece of insurance in place. Now, did you intentionally sign up for this, or did you just kind of hit the jackpot when you got your insurance?
So if you have a business vehicle set up, because you have commercial vehicles and you have a commercial policy. So a commercial vehicle is going to be GVRW over 16,000 pounds or something like that. So that's going to be like your freight liners, your big rigs. And then you have a commercial vehicle. You can take a Toyota Matrix hatchback and make it a commercial vehicle if it's being used in a commercial setting. So if you have a vehicle that's in a commercial setting, it has commercial indemnities that come with that. And one of those is being able to say, hey, this vehicle is a money producing vehicle. I'm not using it to go to my office and come back every day. So now it qualifies, the loss of use falls under a commercial. It's like if someone were to blow up your building for your business. That's essentially what happened.
Yes. And so I think the biggest point I'm hearing is, hey, for all of you out there who are using a vehicle for doing your work, your locksmithing work, I know it's cheaper to get insurance as just a person because commercial insurance is more. However,
this is a great example of why you should have it.
Yes, if you would have done that, it would be a lot different.
It would have probably still worked out, but it would have been a lot more hoops to jump through. I'd have to prove it's a business vehicle. And if you've ever dealt with insurance companies, they are very quick to take your payment. But at the same time, you're waiting 2 weeks for a call back on, when is this going to happen? Who's this going to be dealing with this?
Yeah.
Who's the person I have to call to deal with this?
Yeah. So it's really important for all of you out there. Make sure you have this coverage and make sure that if you're using your vehicle for commercial work, that you're getting it insured as a commercial vehicle.
Yes.
I think that's a big nugget takeaway here.
That is a huge, that's the whole reason I'm here today, is to tell everyone out there, get commercial insurance for vehicle or review your policy with whoever you have for your insurance and have a backup plan. If you have a secondary vehicle, great, you can do that. If you do not have those qualifying factors for insurance, ask why not. Because if you are a mobile only locksmith, and you have a situation like this, you want to know that you're going to be taken care of.
So if you don't mind, just okay. So I really appreciate you talking about that. I want to kind of dive into this a little more, if you don't mind. So
sure.
we didn't prep these questions. So if
Right.
I say something you don't want to answer,
I'll just give and walk out.
Yep. Or dump your Topo Chico on me, whatever, So you right now, while your van is getting fixed, like how long are you out of a van?
So right now they're estimating they'll start the work about mid-June, and they take about 4 weeks for the repairs, and that's not including what they find on the mechanical side of it. That's just the body work. So when they get up underneath it, they say, "Oh, that differential's blew. The pumpkin on the back of your axle is blown up. You need to have a new rear axle. You gotta do alignments." So I'm expecting about 6 weeks once it hits a shop. But in the meantime, I did start out once upon a time in a truck. That's that was 10 years ago almost. So now I'm back in my truck, the same truck. My Dodge Dakota, just kind of taking care of my main accounts. And some people may say, well, you should just take the time off and relax. You have accounts that are depending on you, property management companies, banks, all these different facilities. It's easy to go rekey and work on locks when you already know what the keys are going to be. If you're switching from a WR5 to a different WR5, it's easy enough to do.
Yeah.
It's the random stuff, the cold call customers that say, I need 10 locks rekeyed. None of the keys match. That could be anything. I could be going making trips back and forth, and you can only fit so much in the backseat of a truck right now. So right now, it's very much just prioritizing my important accounts, and the cold call stuff just kind of waiting on the sides right now.
Okay. So the cool part is that, of course, you've spent all of this time, energy, effort. You have a reputation in your community, right? And you, of course, want to keep all of that the best you can.
Well, imagine someone asks you, say, hey, PJ, I need 150 SE1s. Oh, you know what? I'm not shipping them right now. Call me in 6 months from now. They're not going to wait 6 months. They need it taken care of a lot sooner than that.
Very true.
So they're going to probably end up going somewhere else for that.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to make sure I take care of those important accounts that, I've had working relationships with for years. They know me. I know them. I'm there once or twice a week. It's still important. And one of the things I did is when this all happened, I got a hold of all these different, accounts I have and say, hey, here's a situation. If you have anything that's going to be exceeding basics, I need some advance notice. That way I can make sure I have the right products and materials for this. So there's no surprises. The less surprises, the easier it is for me to handle it right now.
Yeah.
That's
good. So in the meantime, you're also getting paid by the insurance company. So you went from a situation, tell me if I'm wrong here, okay? But you went from a situation that could be really bad.
Correct.
Okay. And really, by all accounts, it could be a death blow to your business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. To no fault of your own.
Right.
To no fault of your own. You didn't do anything wrong, yet you could be in a situation where all of your hard work is in jeopardy.
Over the course of 90 days, you could lose it all if you didn't set up correctly.
Correct. Right. But instead of that, you figured out a way to keep your customer base happy. You can keep serving them. Is it a little less convenient for you? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. You spend so much time in a van that's almost like your second home. You have everything you like the way it's set up. You have your equipment set up the way it is, your key machines, everything. And then you go from that to I have about a 90% reduction in available services. That changes things.
It does. And so, but instead, you're doing all right.
Oh, yeah.
There's probably a part of you that's like, it's kind of nice.
It's kind of like being paid to go on vacation when you didn't want to go, but still having to work a little bit at the same time. It's a really weird, there's some silver linings because like I said, summer's coming up, the kids are going out of school, the weather's nice. It's a nice time, spend more time with them. I mentioned a couple months ago, I was doing my siding and one of the projects I'm working on. So now I have an opportunity to work on some smaller stuff at home, get caught up. I got an old truck I'm restoring. So there's more stuff to do than I thought I was going to need to do. But at the same time, I'm kind of being pushed into take some time for work, deal with. Also, I'm not sure what's even going to happen with, I got bulging discs from it now. And there's just things like time will tell how it's all going to play out. But for now, I just got to just kind of keep things mellow. Just don't work too crazy.
Yep.
And just hold on my main accounts.
That's great.
Everyone's happy so far. So
that's great. Well, Chris, thank you for coming on and talking about it. I think
absolutely.
This could be so beneficial, especially for anybody who's watching or listening to this at some point that is not that does not have that correct insurance.
We can always talk about this is how you cut a key, this is how you do this, but and the business aspects of it. But these are also very important things because when your business gets pretty much knocked out of the water and you have no control over how it happened, when it's going to be corrected, you have to make sure you have all your cards are in the right places.
Yeah,
because you have to have a contingency plan for this kind of stuff.
Absolutely. Well, that's great you did. And I'm glad you're doing good and you're okay. You know,
I'm in good spirits. I've been working a lot less, obviously, which is good for the stress values. So that's good too, you know.
Yeah, especially, you know, when you're, you know, the type of operation you have, I mean, you have to grind it out, right? You have to go through at least seasons of grinding it out. So this might actually be an opportunity for you to like reset a little bit.
Well, I get more time to work on lockjaw, and I get some more chances to, you know, market with that and work on new designs. And so it's really cool that I'm not stopping my work. I'm just changing my work a little bit.
Yeah, that's great. Cool. Good stuff. Well, man, I'm really happy to be talking about this. So, well, not the bad situation, but the good part of it,
of course.
But perfect. Wait, let's go ahead and let's move on to this week's 5 lucky winners. Now, Chris actually brought you guys some presents here you're going to be getting. So, Chris, you want to take a few minutes and tell us about it?
Oh, yeah. So we got a couple new designs here. The grand prize winner here for today is going to get something very special. This is our very awesome, very big. This is our Warlock sticker. It has all the different lock picks and keys and everything on it. So this can go on your pen kit. So this thing right here, one of you guys will be taking this home. It's the size of a hand pretty much. It's a big boy. It's a very big one. We also got some really cool, super new. These are our little super locksmith guys. That may look familiar to some of you people. Some of you may not know what that is. But also, last but not least, we also got some of our, it might be hard to see with the lighting, but this is our safe cracking sticker. It's kind of hard to see that with the camera there, but you can also see all these online, lockjawmfg.com. We are super stoked to have these products out here. There's something unique and special to the locksmith industry. And I think we've been waiting for something really cool to come along for a long time. So we're very proud of them. Our team is super stoked to have these out.
That's very cool. So yeah, guys, hey, make sure you guys check Chris out, support him. He has some great stuff coming out. He's doing good work with it. And they're really cool designs, man. I like that Super
Mario guy.
Yeah, man, that's cool. That is really.
We got a couple more goodies in the pipeline, you know, and it's you got to wait for shipping sometimes. Some of the stuff comes across the country, across the world, and you have to kind of just wait for it.
Absolutely.
You know how that goes.
Yep, I sure do. All right, well, good stuff, everybody. So all the lucky winners are going to be receiving some of this, a sticker as well. So how cool is that? All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, let's first go over the rules, make sure we're all on the same page here. So what to do if you win. You want to email us your shipping info to sales@CLKsupplies.com or call us at 800-848-6989 and we'll send your gifts soon. How to win. Comment on our videos and include the hashtag Lockboss. Winners will be chosen from the previous week's videos. It's that simple. No purchase necessary, but we do thank all of you who support us.
No purchase necessary.
Yep. None?
Nice.
None. Oh, okay, here, let's do it. I was like, is there another slide there? What are we doing? All right, here we go. So this week's winner is number 1, Robert Freer. Robert, congratulations. Here we go. Winner number 2 is Kenneth Johnson. Congratulations. Winner number 3, G Lock Access. If I'm saying that right, you think that's probably right? Or Glock Access.
I think you did order. It's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Good stuff. All right. Winner number 4 is EJ Walsh. EJ, congratulations. And last but not least, winner number 5 this week is Timothy Kimberling II. So, nice. Timothy, congratulations. Now, of course, this month we got our Lockboss Premier Polo going on, free for any order over $432.10. So, There you have it. Hey, I do see your comment, Nate. Go ahead and contact us at sales@CLKsupplies.com, and we can make sure we have everything figured out for you. Or worst case or best case, we'll give you a tracking number. We'll make sure we get that figured out for you. No problem at all. Well, everybody, thank you for coming, hanging out. Chris, thanks for telling your story.
Always a pleasure.
Glad you're doing good. And everybody, you all have a great Tuesday evening, and we'll see you same place, same time next week. Y'all take care.